What's up, good people? This is day one of Master Your Morning Movement. This is a practice. And with the word practice means there's going to be structure, there's going to be some things that might challenge you, and there's going to be things you like and you don't like. With all of that said, you need some structure in order to find your own way, find what really works for your body, works for your mind, works for your energy level. So we're going to always start off with some breathing to help settle the mind, get some relaxation. You need that yin and yang of relaxation and tension. So being able to flow and be free with also being able to create a lot of force and a lot of contraction, i.e. strength. So day one, we'll start off with breathing. We'll move into what I call like a systems check. It's very much inspired through Qigong and other practices that I have done over the years, yoga, capoeira. It's all come together for me to do the things that feel good for my body in the morning. So that's what journey I'm gonna take you on. I'm glad you're here. Let's get started. So let's go feet together. Shake it out. Settle into your space. From here, palms are gonna turn up as you inhale, filling up from all the way through the floor, up to your chest with your inhale. Palms rotate down as you let the air gently fall out of your lungs. Out through your mouth. In. Out. You can close your eyes. That helps you really get centered. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Focus on a nice, slow, steady exhale. In. And out. Last one coming up. In. And out. Okay, shake it out. So next part is what I call light bouncing. Heard it called happy jump. You want to release the tension. It shouldn't be hard. It's about getting your heart rate up. But we'll be here for about 2 minutes just to start increasing the blood flow. It's not about running a race. If you had the ability, think about if this was just an easy jog around the block. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. I used to box a lot, so this can get some jump rope, footwork in there if I was jumping rope. Now, my neighbors might not like it so much, so this is the next best alternative. So be light on your feet, be free in your face, right? You don't have to be serious as you do this. Relax your shoulders. Continue your breathing. So in through your nose and out through your mouth. Keep going. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose. Out slow through your mouth. I didn't mention this, but ideally if you're inside, you should be barefoot. We want our feet contacting the ground, strengthening our feet. If you're wearing big squishy shoes, or any shoe in particular, there is a, as you call it, maybe a muting of the signal from your force point of contact to the signal to your brain as to how your body should react to that signal. So the truer the signal, barefoot, the truer the response. It may take some time to get used to barefoot work if you haven't done it. So build up to it. You got about 1 more minute. Relax your shoulders. So, as we finish out this minute, we're gonna get into the first part of our system check, which is our hands. So we're gonna start with open, close, open, close, open, close. That's it. When you open, full spread. Send the energy out all of your fingers. When you close, make the strongest fist you can. So here in your practice, let's get to 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feel free to move around. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Extend the arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Now relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, shake it out. After that, or anytime you feel your kind of heart rate's getting up, muscles are burning, something was challenging, I always like to center to how we started. You can always come back to that in between. I might go into child's pose in yoga, so if you want, join me, feet together. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Wrist. Let's bring our hands together. So here, we're just going around and around. I try to keep my forearms together and make circles at the wrist, at your wrist. Here. We'll go in one figure 8 direction for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it out. Next is our elbows, arms out to the side. Big circles. So here, you can start, again, not a rule, but you want to take your shoulder through its range of motion. So internal rotation would be taking your thumb from up to down. Here, then I can bring my fingertips to meet at the center of my chest, and then open up, coming into external rotation. So internal, external, so it's getting a wave. And I like to think lead with your thumb. Thumb is now pointing up, has been pointing back. Here, that's the external rotation before it rotates forward and comes down. All right, let's get 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. You should feel it in your shoulders. My shoulders starting to get a little warm. Let's hit the shoulders. So here, it's gonna be big shoulder rolls. So think about shrugging up to your ears, pulling your shoulders back, and then down, forward, up, and down. Really trying to get your shoulder to make the biggest circle it can. All right, let's go for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can let your body fall into it, flow with it a little. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other way. So this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to keep your head neutral. Sometimes we get the habit of falling our head. Just hang out in this forward position. So as you're doing this, posture is something that you can start to really be aware of. 1, 2, now I haven't lost count, but let's get 10 more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it out. Okay, next, let's get our feet about hip width distance. We're gonna get into our rotation of our spine. So here, I'm trying to keep my feet facing forward. Arms gently swing from side to side. We all can do this. Now, I want us to add leading with your eyes and let your head take and lead your upper body to rotate so you're looking back over your shoulder to the back, opposite corner of your room or of your space, wherever you're at. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, shake that out. Let's get into a little light mountain. Keep the energy up. The temperature should be rising a little bit. I know I'm wearing a sweater and sweats. I just like to be warm at all times. Except when I'm purposefully getting cold, I have to say that. But when I'm working out, when I'm moving, my body really responds well when I keep my joints warm. I stay warm. So that's my thing. What's your thing? I don't know. It's part of the practice. You'll find out. The more you do it, the more structure you create. Structure can look like a lot of different things. It could be just doing something at the same time every day. Or it could be doing the same thing at the same time all the time, every day. Or it could be mixing up the time you do it, but you have something to go to. So find what's the model that works for you. Few more bounces. And relax. Okay, next, we're gonna reach our hands overhead. Extend nice and long, gentle, little back bend, but you're reaching up to the ceiling. From here, you're gonna let all the energy fall to the floor. Right, let your head hang a little, your back and round. From the forward fold position, you're gonna pull all the energy up from the floor. As you inhale, so in, back up to the ceiling, and then exhale. In, and out. In, and out. In, out. In, out. In, out. As you do this, create more energy. In, and out. In. Find your flow with it. Out. In. Out. In. Out. 5 more. In. Out. Out. In. Last one. Out. In. And out. Okay, shake it out. Next, hip rotations. Hands on our hips. When I dip, we dip. You should know that. We dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. But we're not dipping, we're circling. Right, so let's go hands on our hips, around. Picture a pole splitting you in half, and you're trying to send your hips and your body around that pole that goes through the center. Okay, let's get 10 more. Same direction. 1, 2, 3. So when you're to the side, you should feel a stretch in your outer hip, but when you're to the front, don't think about arching your back so much, more about pushing your hips forward. So you may even think squeeze your glutes as you go around to help push your hips forward. And let's go other way. You may find one side swivels a little bit easier than the other. That's all part of this practice, especially this part of it, going through all of your joints to see and find out where the sticky spots are, where you may need to put a little bit more focus. If you're doing this before you're gonna go work out or you're gonna work out later, this is information to say, oh, when I did my morning movement, these things felt a little sticky, let me go work on these today. Like sometimes it's getting outside of this written, I know I talked about structure, but the structure I like to follow is the structure that's led by my body. If you have a specific training program, that's different. If you have a specific time deadline to be prepared for a race, things like that, then your training programs following those protocols make 100% sense. But if you're in a phase of maintaining and exploring and learning how your body moves and expressing strength and how your body can move and finding out what you're capable of, try listening to your body and get outside of the structure of a paper or what you saw yesterday that someone else was doing. I really hope that it helps, through the structure, helps you wake up and be intuitive and feel into your body first, and then you can use that information and go find things that if you need inspiration or new ideas, then you have a specific target. So anyway, let's get back to it. So now let's go to our knees. Feet together, hands on our knees. Just gonna give a kneecap massage. I'll come a little bit closer. So here, I'm just taking my thumbs and my fingers, and legs are straight, feet are together, and gently massaging around your kneecaps. So your kneecaps should be like floating on top. Your kneecap shouldn't be stuck. If it's stuck, then it's gonna impede how this joint functions. So you want your kneecap to be a bit fluid and mobile. So just checking that out, seeing what's what. You're gonna keep your hands on your knees, and you're gonna come from a straight leg position, hinge forward, stretching your hamstrings possibly, and squat down. That's the motion. So, a little added bonus, take your hands, make a little cup. Take the bottom of your cup, which is the pinky side. As you squat down, you're gently gonna lift up on the bottom of your kneecap. As you press down, as you stand up, you're gonna gently just let some pressure from the palm push your kneecap down. So back and forth. Here. Added bonus, if you keep your chest as close to your hamstrings as you can, you're gonna get a hamstring stretch. If your heels come up, so be it. That's where you are today. Over time, you'll be able to keep your heels closer and closer to the floor, working into more ankle mobility. But for now, go as deep as you can comfortably. We got 10 more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, shake it out. Next part. So now we're getting the blood flow into our legs. Let's keep that going. We're gonna set up in a nice, long, wide lunge position. So one leg in front, feet about hip width, shoulder width apart. Here, sinking down as deep as you can into your lunge. Big stretch in your hip flexor, chest stays up. And from here, we're gonna do pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. As you're set up, mindful. Where is your knee tracking? Your knee should not be collapsing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. Don't be here for another 20 seconds or so. Then I need to count. To make the pulses softer and smaller, keeping your chest up. And switch sides. Nice long lunge. Sink deep and pulse. For me, my focus honestly is what's happening in my back foot. Am I able to really get the ball of my foot, all 5 toes in contact with the floor? My ankles and my feet are no pun intended, Achilles heel. That's where I like to focus. A few more seconds. Whew. All right. Shake it out. Light bouncing. Flush the energy that built up in your legs. Let's get that to flow out your body. Keep bouncing. Should be getting warm. Focus on your breathing. So in through your nose, out through your mouth. Again, in through your nose, out through your mouth. One more, in through your nose, out through your mouth. All right. So, now, got the body warmed up a bit. Let's take a next couple minutes to dial in on our breathing a little bit with movement. In movement strength, in your morning practice, I call it my opportunity for mindful movement. The mindful part comes from being present, from the disconnect from what's wrong, what do I look like. It's more of what can I do now, how do I feel now. That's where I like to stay. So in order to help me stay there is my breathing. So now we'll add breathing with some body movement and really help bring our mind and body together. So let's start with feet about hip width apart. Big deep breath in, let it out slow. So the first one is going to be inhale. I'm going to open up my chest here. Slight arch in my back. Exhale. I come forward. Simple. In. Out. In. Out. Think about squeezing your shoulder blades together. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Okay, we're going to add on. It's going to be, watch first, in. Out. Right, just combining the two. The first one that we did this morning and this new one. So in, you open your chest, you bring your hands back forward, still on the inhale. When your hands get to your shoulders, exhale. In. Out. In. In. Okay. Now, same thing, but we're going to take our breath a little bit longer and get to overhead. So a little bit longer of an inhale. So it looks like this. Settle. So it's in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Two more. In. Out. Last one. In. Press up, press up, press up. And out. Shake it out. Okay. Next. Inhale, exhale. Now we're gonna add a little bit more of a full body motion with that. So it looks like this. So we're gonna go in. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Okay, next one, we're gonna go adding a full body motion to it. It's gonna be a squat down. So we're gonna take the pinky side of our hands, it's gonna be facing to the ceiling or to the sky. So as we inhale, we squat down, in. As you exhale, arms fall down, in, out, in, out, in, out. Good. Let's go a little wider with our feet, make it a little more of a sumo. Another little variation I like to play with. Most times if you squat, we have this tendency, fitness, back squat, air squat, whatever. There's generally a little hinge at the hip. But I challenge you to work on, this will tap into some hip mobility, keeping your shoulders stacked directly over your hips, and also trying to keep your toes as forward as you can. So you got that? Check it out. Here we go. So it goes down, in, chest stays up, palms face forward, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. 10 more. Here we go. 1. 2. Notice now, different variation of the arms. 5 more. In, out. Two more. In, out. In. Hold this last one. Hold it. Chest up, knees out, sit. 10 breaths. Arms up, pinkies up. Five more breaths. Two more breaths. Last one. Slowly inch your feet together. Some light bouncing. Shake it out. So, that's the morning movement, day 1. Each day I'll show some new little variations And I'm hoping that each day you'll find new variations, new coordinations, new ways to tap into your body. So again, day 1, Master Your Morning Movement. Thanks for joining. I'll see you for day 2.